Hey guys, Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Wanted to do a little recap of my fly fishing exploits of the summer here in South Central Alaska. I didn't get to do as much fishing as I had wanted to, but the fishing I did do was quality fishing. It was a lot of fun. I've said it before, I like all fishing. I don't care if you have a spinning reel or a bait caster. I enjoy it all. But if I can, I will always choose fly fishing over any other sport. I'm half Scottish. Fly fishing to me is just a more intuitive, superior form of fishing. You gain more enjoyment of it. If you live in Alaska, you gotta fly fish. I gotta teach Chuck how to fly fish. It's ridiculous, he doesn't know how. But anyways, probably the top experience of the summer was catching that silver salmon on my fly rod on the Homer Spit in the Nick Dudiak Fishing Lagoon. Now, a lot of people don't like the methods I use. It's called flossing. It's a way to kind of snag the fish in the side of the mouth by getting it to run into your special line, and then you zip it up and it gets them right in the mouth. I've become a kind of an expert at that because of Russian George. Russian George is hated in Homer because of that. I've got a video on that, but I don't think it's that big of a deal because these fish are planted there. They're pretty much wild salmon because they go out into the ocean and fend for themselves, but they come back to this lagoon, man-made lagoon. It's not a river. It's not like I'm flossing in a river like everybody does in the Russian River, for example. But anyways, it's kind of a hot topic in Homer. But I went down there with my kids. We camped out on the Spit like I did when I was 17 years old and, working jobs on the docks. And I went over and I waited for high tide, and I plucked this silver out of there and just fighting it on a fly rod. I think I had a 6 weight, and that was just a really good fight. I tired it out. I pulled it up, and then what was cool is we went straight to the store and got some little bit of spices and some butter and tin foil and some stuff to make a baked potato. And we started a little fire there at the campsite. There was a burn ban because of the forest fires, but nobody was enforcing it because we were next to the ocean there, just in the sand and the rocks. And we started a fire, let it cook down to coals, and I cooked that salmon in the coals there in the tin foil. And I've always said I hate the taste of salmon unless it's fresh caught that day. Once you freeze a salmon, even a day or two later, the ice crystals form and they just lock in that. If it's not flash frozen, they lock in this nasty fish flavor in the salmon. I prefer halibut, always prefer halibut or a whitefish over a fishy tasting salmon. But if it's caught that day, I'll love it. I'll eat the heck out of it. I mean, it was delicious. It was probably the best meal I had all summer. So anyways, just a fun thing to do with the family. If you ever get a chance to do this, you just really feel like you're living. We were eating with our knives and just cooked that salmon right on the beach and ate it. You got to do it in Alaska summer. So that was the highlight of my summer. Fresh caught silver today. Eating barefoot on the beach. Doesn't get much better. Later on in the fall, my boss left town, so he had one final weekend of good fishing, couple weekends, but he had never been steelhead fishing. So I only got to fish with him one morning, but I showed him some spots, told him about some spots, and he went down there and caught a steelhead, several steelheads. So that was pretty cool to witness that. I hooked one, but of course I lost it because I wasn't being careful with the leader. That I had some old crummy trout leader on there, so that was my fault. But that was an amazing experience. So I'm still planning on doing some steelhead fishing. Hopefully there's 2, maybe 3 weeks left before that season closed for steelhead. It's catch and release, but it's probably some of the best fly fishing you're ever going to get. I mean, these steelhead trout are like giant rainbows on steroids. It's just an amazing fight. So that was a pretty neat experience. So salmon and steelhead, South Central Alaska, you got to do it on the fly rod. It's the only way to go. So let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe and help me out on Patreon if you can. Thanks guys, it's Chuke, your friend in the field. That's a steelhead.
Yeah, it's a steelhead. It's not real big, but he fights me. Holy. Lucas, you got the camera?
I got you on GoPro and my phone.
Oh, that's a nice steelhead. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice fresh. Fresh sea lice on his belly. Ooh, he just came in.
The tide.
Wow. Oh. It's on the other side, right on his mandible.
What a fish. Man. This is an amazing fish.
Yep.
Rainbow on steroids, I like to call them.
I know.
Exactly.
Good catch, Floyd.
I got active once the sun came up.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly. Brian, you mind taking that rod? Oh, yeah. All right, Lucas, you got this for me?
Yep.
With my man's in here. Turn that net down just a good second. I'm going to bring it. All right. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't even fit. That is a big fish.
It's a big fish.
Keep snapping, buddy.
Okay.